Do you have something that you're afraid of? Sure you do. Everyone has a fear. But has it ever gotten to the point of sweating, shaking, or even the feeling of almost fainting? This is not just from having a fear. These are phobias. Anxiety disorder defined by persistent and excessive fear of an object resulting in rapid and onset fear. Personally, I have many fears of my own, whether it be from spiders, snakes, or even slugs. But the only fear that gives me anxiety and nervousness would be public speaking. This phobia is called glossophobia. Could you have a fear? Do you ever get anxiety and nervousness around any certain objects? Today, I will inform you of all the information that I have researched and discovered on phobias, starting with the definition of phobias, the different types of phobias, are phobias curable, and also maybe even help you discover yours. First, let's start with the definition of a phobia. How would you define phobia? Just a regular fear? Or maybe someone just over-exaggerating maybe a little bit? According to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, a phobia is defined as an exaggerated, usually inexplicable and illogical fear of a particular object, class of objects, or situation. Medical News Today, Yvette Brazier states, when a person has a phobia, they will often shape their lives to avoid what they consider dangerous. To me, this means if you are building your life to work around something you are afraid of, this should be classified as a phobia. Now that you know what a phobia is, let's discuss the different types. There are over 400 different types of phobias, some being more common than others, but the top 5 that I researched, starting with apitophobia, this is the fear of snakes. This could be from reading about snakes, seeing a snake, or even just hearing the word snakes. Next is acrophobia. This is the fear of heights, so you probably should avoid getting on an airplane. Next, agoraphobia. This is the fear of not being able to escape. And lastly, xenophobia. This is the fear of dogs. Just like the fear of snakes, this could be from reading about dogs, hearing the word dogs, or even just seeing a dog locked in a cage. Now, when I was researching all these different types of phobias, I came across some of the craziest things you could imagine. One of the ones that I found most interesting was elphophobia. This is the phobia of deer. Now, where I'm from, we definitely do not have this phobia. The deer are definitely afraid of us. According to Mental Health America, phobias are classified into 3 groups. Simple and specific phobias. These are your most common phobias like animals, objects, and places. Next is social phobia. This comes from going out in public and talking to new people and just getting anxiety when you're not in your home. And last, agoraphobia. This is when you are leaving your home and going into a smaller place, but not knowing if you're going to be able to escape. Now, the most common question regarding phobias is, are phobias curable, and how can you cure them? There are 3 different ways you can cure a phobia: self-help techniques, talking techniques, and also medication. NHS Health gives info and facts about these 3 types. Talking tactics, which also be counseling, the recommended is cognitive behavioral therapy. According to NHS Health, CBT helps manage your problems by alerting the way you think. Now, self-help techniques is the way you can do it yourself, using desensitization. This is a way you can slowly expose yourself to your phobia. Maybe if you're scared of snakes, start by reading a book on snakes or Googling pictures of snakes so you can work your way up to being around snakes. And lastly, medicine. There are 2 types of medications prescribed for phobias. Beta blockers, which helps block out your adrenaline and slow your heart rate, and also sedatives. Benzodiazepines is the medication that is prescribed, but the only downside is this can be a little addictive. Now you know more about phobias. What could yours be? Everyone has a fear, whether it be a minor fear or a major fear. There are many symptoms of phobias. According to reachout.com, here are 2 symptoms. Knowing the fear is unreasonable or exaggerated, but unable to control it. Meaning you know something is wrong, and it might seem a little crazy about what you are scared of. And next, being fearful of a situation or object for more than 6 months. But in more simpler terms, sweating, dry mouth, abnormal breathing, and a speedy heart rate are symptoms of phobias. Now, do you have any of these symptoms around everyday things? Maybe you have a phobia. After all we've covered, let's bring things to a close. Today I have informed you of the research and information I have discovered about phobias. I informed you on the definition of phobias, are phobias curable, the different types of phobias, and maybe even help you find yours. With this speech today, I hope you have enjoyed and learned interesting facts about phobias. I would like to thank you all for coming and listening. Thanks.